John makes $2,678 selling pencils. Sandy makes $2,786. And Josh makes $3,871. Who makes the most and who makes the least? Brayley? Okay, so who makes the most? What's the name that goes with the most? Josh makes the most. Who makes the least? John. How do you know that Josh makes the most? Yeah, 3,871 is more than the other two amounts. How do you know that John makes the least?
Because there's a lower number than the middle one and the higher one.
Okay, so if we look at those two, the thousands are the same. So what did you have to, which place value did you have to look at to compare, Brayley?
I had to look at the hundreds.
Very good. There were 600s in John's number and 700s in Sandy's. So 700 is more than 600.
I have a question. How
Yes.
do you make that much money off of just selling pencils?
I don't know. Those must be some fancy pencils, huh?
I sell pencils on a bus for just 50 cents a piece.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to sell a lot of pencils to make that much money. All right, write the number 400,000s, 13,000s, 1100s, and 4 ones in standard form. What made this a little bit trickier than just putting a number in standard form? Mom, why might this problem be a little trickier? What are you thinking, Keith?
Because it says 400,000, 13,000, and on the 1100, it's tricky because you don't know if you're supposed to put it over or not.
Yeah, 1100s, I have to regroup those, don't I? And 13,000s, I'm going to have to regroup. So I'm just going to jot down a quick place value chart. 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, ones. So in this unit form number that I have, it tells me there's 400,000. So where am I going to put that in my place value chart, Jaden? Where would 400,000s go on this place value chart that I drew? Yeah, in the 100,000s. What am I going to do with 13,000s, Cash?
You're going to make it higher.
Make what higher?
13,000.
So what do you mean by make it higher?
Make it go up to 14.
No. Not yet. I'm just putting it on the place value chart. Keith?
You take the 1 and then go to the 100,000 place.
To the 100,000s place?
No, you put it over to the 10.
To the 10,000s place. Good. So it told me I had 13,000s. So you're exactly right, Keith. I have 13 in the thousands place value. And I'm going to regroup 10 of those to the 10,000s. All right, now, Cash, I have 1100s. How do I put 1100s on here?
Is 1100s in the thousands?
Yeah, I'm going to put 11 down in the hundreds place value. And then what do I have to do with this group of 10? I'm going to move it to the what? What did you just say? Just
move it to the thousands.
Yeah, we're going to move it over to the thousands. So instead of having 3,000s, now I have 4,000s because 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I have 4 ones. Where do I put those 4 ones, Ansley? What place value did those go in? Where? Where would I put 4 ones? Yeah, in the ones place value. Just goes in the ones. So now, how would I write this number in standard form? How am I going to write this number, Dylan?
400,000, 110,000, no, 400,000, 14,
414,000, okay.
104.
How do you know that's 104?
Because it used to be 1100s, but you had to take that 10 away and put it into the thousands.
Uh-huh.
And there's no tens as well.
Exactly. So we regrouped one of those hundreds, and we know that there were 0 tens. So that number is 414,104. All right. Next, we're rounding the number 3,817,453 to the nearest 100. How am I going to do that, Olivia?
You would put 3 million, then you would put 800 and put 00, I'm pretty sure.
Right, but look, it says the nearest 100, not 100,000.
And then it would round to the nearest.
What digit do I have in the hundreds place value?
400.
400. So here's the number that I'm rounding, and I'm going to underline it and everything that's bigger than it. Where do I look to see if I'm going to round up or leave that 4 the same?
At the tens ones.
The tens, yeah. So what do these 5 tens tell that 4 to do?
To go up.
To go up. So I'm going to keep the 3 million. I'm going to keep the 817,000. I'm going to make the 4 go up to a 5, and then what?
You're going to put 0,
0, 0. 0 tens, 0 ones. So that number rounded to the nearest 100 is 3,817,500. All right, next I'm finding the sum. What does sum mean, Harper? Adding. I'm adding 14,390 plus 31,847. So how did you do that?
I am adding it on paper.
Okay. So what did you do on your paper? How did you write it down?
I wrote it as a problem.
Did you stack it up vertically? Okay. So put 14,390 on top. Is that what you did? And then put 31,847 underneath.
Yes.
And lined up your place values. Could I flip-flop those? Could I put 31,000 on top? Yeah, why? What are we doing?
Adding.
We're adding. When we add, does it matter what order we add? No. You can add in any order we want to. That's called the commutative property of addition. It means we can switch around the numbers and add them in any order we want to.
Add them to then you go to the thousands, then the ones.
No. All right, Harper, tell us what you did now. We've got it written down.
0 plus 7 is 7.
Okay. Then what?
I added 9 plus 4 is 13. And put that 1 above that 3. And
Okay.
makes that 4.
Okay.
8 plus 4 is 12. I put the 1 on the 4. That makes that 5. 5 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 1 plus 3 is 4.
Very good.
Apparently on that one, I got everything right, and instead I accidentally put 3 I accidentally put 36,200.
Oh, goodness. All right, so the correct answer is 46,237. Good job, Harper. All right, next we're finding the sum again. Finding a sum means that we're adding. Of 4,359 plus 576. So what did you do to solve that one, Christopher?
Which one? That one? I did 4,000. I put that down there on the space bar because there was not a thousand on the number.
Okay.
And then I did 300 plus 500 and got 800. And I saw 50 plus 70 is 120.
Mm-hmm.
And when you add it over to the hundreds, you get 900.
Okay.
And we have 2 left over.
Okay. So we changed that 8 to a 9.
And
All right.
9 and 6 is 15.
Mm-hmm.
And so you take the 10 over there, and I would put 2 and get 3, and then you would have 5 left over.
Very good. So our answer is 4,935. Okay, so Christopher added starting in the thousands place value. But then every time that he needed to regroup, he took care of that by going and making sure that he changed the value of those place values. So good job, Christopher. All right, next we're finding the product. What does product mean? What is a product, Olivia?
It's like the whole thing. Like
We're finding the answer to what kind of problem?
equal to times.
Multiplication. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So you have 6,598 times 6.
I'd go at
How did you solve it?
I did 12 plus 12 plus 12. Like I added 6 plus 6, and then.
So you did six times? Okay, so if we separate that out, we would have 6,000 times 6. 6 times 6 equals
12.
not 12,
36.
36. Because remember, we're multiplying, not adding. So what do I do with these 3 zeros?
You add them to the end.
Very good. I have 36 thousands, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones. All right, so next we've got to do 500 times 6. So if 6 times 6 is 36, then 5 times 6 is just 6 less, which is what? 30. All right, so I have 30 written down. Now how many zeros do I add?
2.
I have a question. I just did 500 times 6. 500 only has 2 zeros. Why do I have 3 zeros at the end of my product, Amy?
Because when you add 500 and 500, it would make like another 0.
Yeah, because 5 times 6 equals 30. So that's 1 zero that I have. And then I add the 2 to make it 30 hundreds, which is equal to 3,000. All right, so then we have 90 times 6. What's 90 times 6? What is it, Amy? 500 what?
88,
No.
180,
What's 9 times 6? Owen, what's 9 times 6? What's 10 times 6?
48.
I know what 9 times. I know what 9 times. 90 times. 90 times 6. I did 90 6 times, and then I added 2 90s and got 180.
Okay, but that's only 9 times 90 times 2. We're doing 90 times 6.
And then I added 180. I added
Okay.
180. I got 300 and I added it over to that. I added. Confusing what I did.
All right, well, let's think about an easier strategy.
I got the answer, and my answer was 600. But that's
9
not
times
the
6 isn't 600. Let's think about an easier strategy. What's 9 times 6? We don't know that one, right? That's what we've been struggling with.
81.
But 9 is really close to what number that's easy?
90.
7.
It's
Close to 5. 81.
100. Or 10.
10, right? What's 10 times 6?
60.
60. So how many are we going to take off to get to 9 times 6?
1.
We're going to take 6 away from 60. And that's going to equal,
540.
very good, 54. 9 times 6 is 54. And then we need to add a 0, so that's 540. And then last we have 8 times 6. All right, if we don't know 8 times 6, if I don't know 8 times 6, I just figured out that 9 times 6 is 54, so I can take 6 away from that. If I take 4 away, that gets me to 50.
48.
I need to take 2 more, and that gets 48. Good job, Dylan. So now what do I do with all my partial products?
You add it out.
I add them together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 0 plus 4 plus 4 is 8. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 3 plus nothing is 3. So my answer is 39,588. All right, we have 2 more questions, and then we'll take our bathroom break. That was what that alarm was for a minute ago. All right, the model below represents which of the following problems? What does that represent, Jaden?
Well, it represents like 6 times how much numbers you put all that together. So it would be 24 divided by 6.
24 divided by 6. Very good. How did you said it'd be 6 times all those numbers. So what's another, how could we write that as a multiplication problem? 6 times what?
4.
4. How do we know that it would be 4? Because there's 4 in each group. 6 times 4 is 24. Where does the 24 come from in our model? Where does it come from, Ansley?
From like putting all the 6 fours together.
Yeah, if I count those stars, there's 24 stars, and they're divided equally into 6 groups. So that problem is 24 divided by 6. All right, one more of these. The model below represents which of the following problems? Cash?
35 divided by 5.
How do you know it's 35 divided by 5?
Because I put in the little smiley faces.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put in the lines.
Okay, so there were 35 smiley faces if you count all of them. And there's 5 equal groups. But we have 35 smiley faces divided into 5 equal groups. What's 35 divided by 5? What is the answer to that? What's 35 divided by 5? What is it, Olivia?
7.
7. How do you know?
Because I counted the smiley faces.
Yeah.
And there was 7 in each one.
Exactly, there's 7 in each group. All right.